The Australian Open semi-finals contenders are now locked and loaded after an action-packed night 10 at Melbourne Park. A sold-out crowd packed into Rod Laver Arena for one of the most hotly anticipated matches of the tournament. 9-time Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic taking on Andrei Rublev, 10 years his junior, but on his way up. Windy conditions caught the Serb off guard and he opened with an uncharacteristic double fault.
The wind has sprung up and it's at Rublev's back.
That's where the free kicks ended.
Can you believe it? Another Houdini moment for Djokovic.
Despite a hint of hamstring discomfort, the former world number one dominated in the first set.
Such a good rally from Novak, but what's interesting, Novak's racket head speed changed 3 or 4 times over the course of that rally,
His focus only interrupted by a rowdy spectator.
Every single point. Every single point. I'm not happy.
The 6-1 score in the opener was no indication of effort from Rublev.
Well, I hit the tape, I think, in the end. Well, he deserved it for his anticipation.
Unfortunately for the 5th seed, the second set wasn't much better. He got close to a break once.
I mean, it's hypnotic watching him move on a tennis court, isn't it? Rublev has thrown everything at him.
Rublev was in great form, playing great tennis. But great wasn't good enough for Novak Djokovic.
That's an amazing serve, isn't it? Yeah.
Not even close.
Look, he's just playing the best player in all facets of the game, really, and he's doing his best. He's doing what he does well. Sometimes it's good enough. Most of the time it's not.
Andrei Rublev was wiped out of the semi-finals contention in 3 short sets.
Novak through to the last 4, and you won't find too many here in Melbourne who don't believe Novak won't be the last man standing come Sunday.
Validation at least for Australian Alex de Minaur, who faced an even greater thumping 2 nights ago.
You said that match 2 nights ago against Alex de Minaur was the best match you've played this year. Was this one even better?
I would rank it as number 2, but very close to the performance of 2 nights ago. I cannot be happier with my tennis, honestly.
He's through to his 10th Australian Open semi-final. He's never lost one before. A pretty good way for his mum to spend her birthday.
Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you.
Earlier in a match that stretched from day to night, a showdown between 2 emerging American talents, Tommy Paul and Ben Shelton. Both unseeded, both having their career best run, both wearing the same thing.
And when he misses Tommy Paul, he doesn't miss by much, and he's got good wheels.
And until the end of the first set, both going neck and neck.
He's a smooth operator. He's as sweet as they come.
Ben Shelton's been one of the big surprises of the tournament. The 20-year-old had never been out of America until this year. His serve was fierce, but not always accurate. With 5 more years of experience, Paul's form was tighter. He caught his first break in the second set and ran with it.
Spreading the court magnificently.
Paul was close to closing the match in 3, but Shelton had more in the tank and inched ahead in a tiebreaker.
Ben Shelton is not done yet. He is still very much alive and kicking.
But throughout the match, the young gun just couldn't break his countryman's serve, and 25-year-old Tommy Paul shot ahead to a momentous 4-set victory. He's got a tough ask ahead. He's taking on Novak Djokovic next.
Tommy Paul is in a major semi-final for the very first time in his career. A sagacious performance from the 25-year-old to cement his spot in the Final Four in Melbourne.
Tommy, I get the feeling you've been waiting for this moment for a long time, eh?
Yeah, man. This is my first time on this court. Obviously, my first time in the quarterfinals of a slam. It's actually Ben Shelton's first time leaving the States, so I think he had a pretty good trip as well.
And there were emotional scenes on Margaret Court Arena in the mixed doubles semi-final.
And they've done it. In Sania Mirza's last dance, she and Rohan Bopanna are going to the big dance.
Retiring Indian tennis legends Sania Mirza and Rohan Bopanna have earned one more match before she bids farewell to tennis. The Indian pair were triumphant in a tense quarter-final against Desiree Kroacic and Neil Skupsy.
It's so special to play with Rohan. Rohan's my first ever mixed doubles partner when I was 14 years old. And today I was 14, he was 20, I'm 36, he's 42, and we're still playing, so we have a solid relationship.
Even more special to have her son with her, as the former doubles #1 with 6 major titles is granted the most epic send-off, an Australian Open final.
I think it'll be an absolute dream. You can't get anything better than that. To finish a last slam with the title, I think it'll be really special, and we need it in India. We need to, keep inspiring everyone back there, and I think this is the only way to keep it going.